The Spy is often criticized for being weak, which is honestly fair.
Maggots!
He is able to one-shot any character in the game thanks to his backstab mechanic, but landing this backstab requires using all of the tools at your disposal. The cloak to sneak behind the enemy, the disguises to fool the enemy, and a box to... Wait a second, you're telling me this shit actually still works in 2023? The Boxtrot Spy strat was popularized by the YouTuber Muselk over 8 years ago in the summer of 2015. The strategy basically boils down to this: hide in plain sight, block the objective, hilarity ensues. However, once Muselk's series got popular, everybody was trying to utilize this strategy. Eventually, everybody stopped getting tricked by the taunt, and the Boxtrot strat fell out of style. But times have changed. Nowadays, with TF2 soaring in popularity, we are seeing a great influx of people who play TF2 but have no idea that the Boxtrot taunt exists. They don't know every asset in the game, every map that the game has to offer, nor do they have the game sense to realize that this box is ridiculously suspicious.
Stupid!
Like this clip on Thunder Mountain. I get lit on fire 3 separate times by these pyros, and even after killing me, I still think that they have no idea that I was there. It is surprisingly easy to just hide in plain sight on certain maps, and people will just entirely overlook you. So imagine what it feels like when you have an actually good hiding spot. While the Boxtrot taunt seems out of character for the Spy in a way because, well, let's be honest, it's pretty ridiculous, I would argue that the way that we utilize the box aligns perfectly with Spy's #1 principle. You are a much better class when the enemy is focused on your team and not you. So when you're trying to find locations where it might be good to use the Boxtrot strategy, you need to start by asking yourself 3 important questions. Is this spot dark? Can it be overlooked? And can I contest the objective from here? The first 2 steps on our hiding spot checklist kind of go hand in hand with one another. If the space is dark, it can be easily overlooked by players, but being overlooked is more than just about the lighting of the space. It is also about the positioning. Being in the shade under this random staircase is already a perfect spot, but since the defending team's spawn is located just ahead, blue team's attention will be entirely on your team and not you. It isn't really dark per se, but this spot right here is normally where your team will be placing their sentry guns. So once again, blue team will be entirely focused on your team and not you. Same thing with this little spot under the stairs on Barn Blitz last. The best way to contest the objective is to find a corner just about the size of the box that you can hide behind. And a lot of the time, the payload will stop before it even goes around the corner, leaving you totally safe and your enemies completely bewildered. There are so many spots like this throughout the game, and here are just a few that works best for me. This corner on Barn Blitz first, this corner I previously showed on Borneo, and one of the most successful spots that I have used, this corner on Upward. This corner will stop the payload so far away, and it follows every point on our checklist. It is kind of ridiculous how good this spot works. Sometimes when they walk out, they don't even see me, they just walk right back in, or they keep going and push my team. I think it's kind of because the colors of the box being similar to the colors of the ground, and I'm just really trying to fill time because this clip is still going on and I really don't know what else to say. Now, Payload is not the only game mode that I use this strategy on. You can be very successful on Control Point, Attack Defend, and King of the Hill maps. Posting up on either side of this point on High Pass allows you to attack and defend without moving at all. Or, if you want to try your hand at something a bit more aggressive, you can try the back cap strategy on Powerhouse. Position right here and go box mode, wait for your team to cap mid, and BAM! Instantly back cap in last point. It will usually catch the enemy by surprise, and if they catch you, your team might be able to rush in and clean up the fight. For attack defend maps, I recommend Steel. Usually a lot more experienced players will play on this map, so it makes it all the more satisfying to fool them with this spot on point D. It checks every box on our list. Dark, out of the way, and the team won't really focus on it. No way. Oh, that was so scary. But what is the best map for Boxtrot Spy? What is the holy grail of Boxtrot maps? If I had to pick one map to be my go-to for the Boxtrot strategy, it is a near perfect tie between Upward and Downward. I mean, Cashworks. Cashworks. Upward has so many places that you can hide to get away with this strategy. There's this corner that we mentioned before, but there's also this cheeky spot right here. Sure, why would a box be right here? But it's dark, and a lot of people don't even really know that you can go here, so why would they look? There are a few goofier spots on last point, some better than others, but this one is the sneakiest of them all. Believe it or not, from on top of this crate, you can actually stop the payload from moving. This is pretty absurd in my opinion, but that's why I love it all the same. While Upward is really good and has a lot of spots to hide, I would argue my case that Cashworks is the holy grail of Boxtrot maps. It has the most spots, the most consistent spots, and I would argue has the absolute greatest Boxtrot spot in the game. Every part of me does not want to share this info with you, but here we go. This spot right here is not only in a dark place, but it is also easy to overlook. And look at how far away you can contest the payload from. Your enemies will be scratching their heads for minutes on end wondering what the hell is going on. If they find you out though, no worries, there's so many spots on this map. There's the staircase spot from earlier, this elevated hiding place, which was the contender for the greatest hiding spot, this corner near last, oh it's working, and right next to it, behind this metal sheet. Cashworks has consistent, accessible, and practically invisible spots everywhere. Do you think that this is a map better than Cashworks to use for the Boxtrot strategy? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. From this point on, this video is going to shift a lot more towards the creative side of the Boxtrot strategy. And by creative, I mean stupid. It's fucking stupid. Like this spot on Borneo. As you can see, blue team is a quarter inch away from capping the payload. Me hiding here prevents the cap for a solid 15 seconds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but any time you buy for your team is worth it. Back over to Cashworks, what about this spot? This absolutely should not work, even for 5 seconds. But it does. I was about to say, that's stupid. Now, this whole video has been focused around the objective, but what if you feel like you are missing out on the action? Well, great news. The box can also be used for sneaking up on enemies and getting cheeky stabs. There is a lot of freedom with this strategy, as you don't need to marry yourself to the objective. The world is your oyster after all, and it is up to your creativity and map knowledge to outsmart enemies while saving on cloak. Just remember to be aware and stay cool, because patience is key. Hey guys, MakerPace here. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. This is the most fun that I've had producing one of these The State of videos, period. I am always working on new projects, so make sure to subscribe. Appreciate you guys again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.